The ultimate AI coding agent for non-coders, Agentation tutorial. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be exploring something truly exciting for anyone who has ever wanted to code but felt intimidated by programming. Agentation, the ultimate AI coding agent for non-coders. Now whether you're a business owner, a student, or just someone curious about automating tasks, Agentation is something that lets you create software, scripts, and even small apps without writing a single line of code. Its AI will understand natural language instructions and generate functional code, turning your ideas into reality in the matter of minutes. So in this tutorial, I'll be guiding you step by step through setting up Agentation, creating your first project, and leveraging its features to build working applications. So even if you have never coded before, you will walk away with something tangible and functional. Now, before diving into agentation, it's important to understand what an AI coding agent is. Now, traditional coding requires knowledge of syntax, logic, debugging, and frameworks, which can take months, years, or even a lot of time to master. As an AI coding agent like Agentation, it's going to interpret your instructions in plain English and translate them into executable code. It can handle front end and back end tasks, generate scripts for automation, and even connect APIs to create real world applications. Now, understanding this concept upfront will help you think about your projects quite differently. You're no longer limited by your coding skills, but by your imagination and how well you are going to describe it to your requirements to the AI. Now, to get started, the first step is to go over to the agentation.com website. And over here, you're going to land in this section where it says Agentation turns UI annotations into structured context that AI code can understand. Click the icon in the bottom right corner to activate it, hover over elements, etc., etc. Of course, it will depend on your local host, but once we've gotten an idea of it, to add it for yourself, what you're going to be doing is you're going to go over ahead to where it says install. Now, once you go to install, over here, it's going to give you this package code. So you're going to copy that. All right. From here, we're going to go ahead and open up our Node.js command prompt. Here, we're going to paste the prompt and we're going to hit enter. Now, from here, as you can see, it goes ahead and starts installing. All right. Now, once the package has been added, from here on out, what are you going to want to do? So once everything is good to go, what you're going to do is you can also add it to a specific app for yourself. So in the Node env folder, simply add in this code and Agentation should come straight into it. Or if you use Claude code separately as an AI agent, you can add it over there as well. But moreover, once you've added it, simply once you open up any program or any coding AI agent where you add it and you open it up, as you can see, it is added just as so, like here. So if I open any website up, like let's say I'm going to open this website up over here, and once you open it up, you can see that you can open this up and choose any content that you want to edit. That is how crazy and cool this is. So let's say I want to go ahead and change something about this. Make it, let's go black background and change text to white. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to hit add. And once we hit add, as you can see, I have added that marker for myself. And what I can do is I can actually make changes to these components for myself as well. So change your colors, manage your MCP and webhooks. Now this is where, by the way, you're gonna choose the live annotation section, which AI agent you're gonna be working for. Then moving on, you also have your layout mode where you can edit different layouts for yourself, add different things into your layouts, choose different things separately according to yourself. That of course will depend on you. And this is basically how you're going to pause the page to something. You know, as you can see, we play it, everything is playing. You pause it, everything is paused. Pretty incredible and pretty cool, right? So, moving on, let's go ahead and click out of it and talk about its features. Now, first of all, there's the annotation mode where you're going to click the tabs below, and here you can see you can make annotations and fix simple typos for yourself if you want to. Then there's elements where you can make a specific element more prominent. Okay. And that is basically going to start creating annotations. Then there's multi-select where you can select multiple elements, create annotations according to it and specific areas. You can also go ahead and pause animations for yourself to annotate specific states. All right. In the basic annotation mode, you're going to get an option to freeze all animations, toggle annotations, get structured markdown for AI agents, remove all annotations, sending annotations to configured webhook, and then there's layout mode, and finally the configuration section. All right. So these are the different things you can do. Moving on, you can get computed styles according to things. So let's say you can ask all the expanded CSS styles that something holds. Then you can also get component detection, where you can see if it uses any React hierarchy or any other type of compact standard or detailed hierarchy system when it comes to their CSS. So these are different things that your agentation code snippet agent is going to bring you. So how can you utilize this as a coder for yourself? So first and foremost, of course, adding a webhook is something really important because your webhook is where all these annotations will be sent. And over there, you can start working with the actual annotations you've made and make changes to those things. So let's say I'm going to come here over to webhooks, and you can use these webhooks to extract the external user data. Okay, you can add the webhook URL to enable all those webhooks for yourself. So let's say we come over here, paste this, and once this is done, basically here is your webhook URL that you're going to add in other applications as well. So once this is done, go ahead and start working with this according to yourself. Make changes to things. Let's say over here, you can go ahead and first of all, create some specific annotation of this. Now you can check out its CSS, and at the same time, let's say I want to select this specific section, and obviously you're going to add in the annotation for yourself. Now we know what to change. The first thing was over here. And moving on, you can go ahead and copy this feedback, send it out to other people according to yourself. And obviously you can, as I told you, see the code line for specific things as well. Things become so much more streamlined for you and so much more simplified that as a coder, you will never need to worry about focusing on the specific details in things like this. So to sum it all up, that is basically the end of the video. Now, if you enjoyed watching this video till the end, do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. Also turn bell notifications on. It will really help me out a lot. And if there is anything that you need to know, something regarding this video or any question, do let me know down in the comments below, and I will answer it to you straight away. So that's pretty much all for this video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end, and I will be seeing all of you in the next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.